It is January 1937, and the Italians have built themselves a naval transport. No longer will the Italians need to swim across the Mediterranean to get themselves from the Italian peninsula to the north coast of Africa. No longer will the Italians need to book passage on foreign vessels to get themselves to the Second Abyssinian conflict and engage themselves in battle there. No longer will the Italians need to rely on certain prophets and Mother Nature to get themselves across bodies of water. Things are looking quite grand for the Novum Imperium Romanum. Welcome all to Operation Valkyrie. I am playing as the Italians. Now, I do have a lot of flavor stuff played into this game. I have commander tokens, I have roundels, I've redone all the Italian stuff to be the new Roman Empire, but that's just all for flavor purposes. It has no impact on the game. And if you notice on my other competitors' channels, you will see that they basically have the standard setup we have with Italian roundels and the like. Speaking of that, my opponents, I have forgot to mention in the previous video, are as such. I have the Fighting Irish playing as Germany. I have 5-star General playing as the Russians. Major Foe is playing as the Japanese, and Lancer Bolt is playing as the Commonwealth. Myself, of course, as the Italians, the new Roman Empire, and Elite Golden playing as America and the KMT. So that's the lineup that we have. All great players. I've hung out with them, chatted with them on virtually, and they seem to be a good bunch of guys. So I really do enjoy this company that I'm having in this game. It should be a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's dive right into the Italian turn. Let's start with their purchases. Now their purchases are a little bit conflicted right now because there's a bit of a question to be asked. I'm definitely getting a minor port, but I may or may not get a militia or transport. Now I'm going to hold off a little bit. I'm going to say, until we get the comments, I'll perhaps comment it on the first thing below. But there's a reason for the hold off, because normally you can't build more than one militia in non-homeland territories, or sorry, you can only build up to the IPP value of the territory. Now they to a minimum of 1. So normally when you capture Abyssinia, you do get 2 free militia and 1 free colonial infantry, and you can place them in any one of these 3 territories. Now the question is, can I stack a militia on top of another militia in Italian Somaliland, or do I have to spread those 2 militia around? Because my thinking is I'd buy a militia here and place 2 more militia on top of it. Now, does that make sense to anybody or not? Because an argument can be made, well, no, you're not building militia, so you're not limited to the 1 militia cap. But another argument is like, no, there's regardless if you're building or not, you could only have the cap that the game allows you to. So if anybody has information on this and an opinion on it, please share it in the comments below and let me know what course of action is appropriate. Now, I think perhaps it's just appropriate for me to be like, all right, fair enough. I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna. In that case, perhaps because I don't want to make a decision and then go back on it. Perhaps I'll just build a naval transport and just be done with it. So here we have a naval transport and a minor port. Sorry, a naval transport and a minor port, and we'll see what the results are in the comments below. All right, moving on from there. Let us go into our tech rolls. So we have prepared ourselves dice, and we decided to pivot courses a little bit. So far, we have been going for just 1 roll of Airborne Doctrine. We're going to change our course and go for Improved Construction, wherever that is. Improved Construction here. The idea there is that we can get cheaper discounts on units and vessels and that kind of thing. And as the Italians, we do like that quite a bit. So we're going to roll for this one. I don't have a dice tower here, and we're trying to hit a 7 or better. 9. Excellent. So we move our roundel up to 9. Perfect. I gotta leave this here just so I know which one I'm actively working on. I know that changes courses from Airborne Doctrine, but I had a chance to think about it a little bit more. And now let's press on with our movements. So from M2, we're going to move our submarine 1, 2, 3 to the Red Sea. From this sea zone here, we're going to send, what's his name? Prince Aimon. Yeah, Prince Aimon. He's going to send his heavy cruiser, and he's going to go 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to be, none of these guys are going to be that important in the conflict, of course, but he's just going to come over here and bring his heavy cruiser to join these 2 ships here in the Red Sea and the submarine underneath command of Alberto de Zara, and he'll take a back seat in this. There we have it. And this naval transport will go 1, 2. You know what? We're going to use the strategic naval move. So he's going to pick up this mountain infantry, and I suppose Prince Umberto II is going to come on board as well. And we have a naval capacity of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll drop them off in Eritrea. That's extra mountain infantry. And our commander on the spot here, Prince Umberto. And our naval transport will just end up being right here. And lastly, we have a couple aircraft. They're going to fly out in this direction as well and land themselves in Eritrea. So we have 2 fighters and a tactical bomber sitting here ready to go, hopefully to engage those Ethiopian forces over here under Seymour Mengesha. Seymour Mengesha who's going to hold out against us. We've tweaked, of course, what we have here as well, because it turns out the Commonwealth were the ones that sent a 2nd Mountain Brigade. So we only have 2 militia and 1 Mountain Brigade present here. All right. As for the rest of it, we're going to send 3 submarines from this position. Come on. 3 of these coastal submarines. We don't have a naval submarine base, so we're going to send them simply to M2, right over here. Great. Right there. Yep, I believe that is all for us. M2, and you know what? Let's move from Tripolitania to Cyrenaica, and Prince Adalberto will come join as well. And from Cyrenaica to Tobruk, we'll send 1 infantry, and that'll do it for us. So that is all of our moves. Let's go to place our units on the board. So, of course, our naval transport will arrive. This naval transport costs 7, and our upgrade there for our ships cost 2. Gets placed over here. And our minor port we place over here in Italian Somaliland, right on the border between these 2 sea zones. There we have it. Excellent, excellent. So that seems a bit odd, but we'll upgrade that to major port if we capture Abyssinia, and then we have a nice little place for our ships to dock if need be. Right on. Thank you all for watching, and the next up will be Elite Golden playing as the USA and the KMT forces. Cheers.